Hey guys, it's Troy with DIY Home and Auto. Today's video, we are going camping. We're all packed up and ready to go, but I'm a little concerned because my truck is only a half-ton truck towing a bigger trailer. We've got the sway bar, that sort of thing, but I don't have trailer brakes. So I did some research online. I bought Primus IQ 90160. I'll leave links down below as well. The reviews said that this is super easy to install. I've never done anything like this before. It did say to get the specific wiring harness for your vehicle. So mine is a Ram 1500, 1999. So I bought the wiring harness specifically for that. I have no idea what I'm up against, but all of the reviews said super easy to install, takes a matter of minutes. One of the reviews actually said you'll spend more time trying to figure out where to mount it than actually wiring it in. One of the reasons I've never done this before is because I was afraid I was running wires from battery and tying into the power bank where the fuse box is, you know, poking holes through the firewall, all that kind of jazz. It doesn't sound like you have to do that. It's like it's plug and play. So we're going to put that to the test and I'll tell you how long it takes me. But first, let's crack this thing open and see what's inside. Bought the Primus IQ. Part number 90160. Again, there will be links down below. Those are affiliate links, just so you know. I get a little bit of a cutback from Amazon just for sending the business to them. So I appreciate your using those links. But let's look inside here and see what we've got. So right on top we have a wiring harness. And see, this is what I was afraid of. I was afraid I'd be splicing these things in and introducing places where there could potentially be shorts, bad connections, that sort of thing. I did not want to do that. I'm hoping that the wiring harness I bought will just be plug and play. So I'm going to set this aside because I'm pretty sure we're going to use this instead. Let's see what else we got. We have a mounting bracket, screws for said mounting bracket. And then it looks like we're just into nothing else in the box. Okay, lots of paperwork, stacks and stacks. These are probably all the disclaimers saying you crash your trailer because you think you crashed it because you're using this. It's not their fault. You know, all the disclaimers that takes the pressure off of them, that sort of thing. It looks like this piece comes off. Okay, cool. So I'm actually going to just use this to mount it and not this. A plastic clip-on piece, 2 screws. That should be literally all it takes. But I'm thinking, well, let's open this up as well. So up underneath my dash, there should be a place to just connect that, because this goes in there like that. Buy the wiring harness that's specific to your vehicle. This should be easy. Let's see if we can get an angle where you guys can see what the heck I'm doing, and should be easy enough. So the very first thing I need to do is decide where I'm going to mount this thing. So let me get the camera set in place. I'll go grab what I need to mount the bracket, the mounting bracket, and then we'll start our clock on the actual install itself. So one of my first concerns was if I mount it over here on the right hand side somewhere, if my wiring harness would be long enough to reach to where it plugs in. I looked up under here and it looks like that does just plug right in. So I need to put this somewhere where my knees aren't going to hit it. If I put it over on this side, my knees sweep in and out as I get in and out of the truck. So I'm thinking I'm going to put it over here and then run my wires across and plug it in. Alright, let's start the time. It is 12:40 p.m. So timer starts now. Alright, need my screw gun. Yikes. Need my tools. Alright, so we're 5 minutes in and I haven't even started. Neighbor came by and wanted to chat a little bit, so I'm gonna actually count that as part of the install because that's what happens when you get interrupted and whatnot. So let's see what we can do for an install from here on out. Let's find the right size nut driver. Should be 1/4 inch. Should be that guy right there. This is gonna be a little harder for me because I have a camera right in the way. But we're doing it. I hope that's about where I had it before. Some of those reviews said the thing that took the longest for them was figuring out exactly where they wanted it mounted. So I'm guessing the hard part's behind us. I'm gonna plug this end of the wiring harness in, put this in place. I'm gonna get some zip ties to hold everything in place. Alright, so that's mounted. Alright, I grabbed 4 zip ties. That's just kind of a guess on how many I need, and some side cutters, dikes, whatever you want to call these, to trim those once I get them on there. I'll take a picture with my cell phone as well so that you can see what this is supposed to look like up in here on this particular model. The connector is the blue thing right there. The hood release connector goes right across the front of that. Some of the reviews I read were for a Dodge Durango, and I think a lot of those reviews were for the wiring harness actually, but there were a lot of reviews for this particular trailer brake. And I don't know about you, but I did it. Did it go in? No, it didn't. Thought I felt it slide all the way in and lock into place. Maybe I need to undo that. All right, 1 second. Got it barely too big. That's the one. So the wires coming out of the wiring harness are right in the way of where this needs to go in. I think once it's seated, it'll be fine. But this is what I didn't want to do, was break into different wiring harnesses and whatnot, because I don't want to introduce any shorts into my truck electrical system. Those are like gremlins, you can't get rid of them ever. I mean, ever. Is the whole thing gonna come off the truck? What's gonna happen here? I don't know. Never taken this apart before. That's DIY automotive. Okay, so that whole thing comes down. All right, I'm gonna take a picture with my cell phone so I can see what I'm dealing with here too. So that whole thing came unplugged from up in there. And what I'm aiming for is that white plug plugging into the blue plug. Let's see what I got. Oh yeah, that'll go in easy now. Okay, that's not so bad. Verify that that's seated in all the way again. Or again, that it's seated all the way. That looks good. Now get that big white thingy plugged back in like this. Okay. For giggles, I'm going to start my truck and make sure nothing electrical is funky on me at this particular point. Well, the gauges light up. Light work, all the things. Alright, cool. I think the scariest part is behind us. Okay, so now I'm just going to route this up and out of the way. Zip tie it to a couple of spots up in here. I don't know that I'm even going to need 4 zip ties, but I have them just in case. You know what? I think I'm just going to go with 2. Okay, now in theory, that is done just like that. So, current time, we are about 18 minutes in, but I did stop and talk to my neighbor for almost 5 minutes. So that's 13 minutes just to get it mounted and initial wiring done. Still got to do the tweaking and fine tuning, but I think some of that is taking place as you drive. Test it out with the trailer attached. So let me get all this stuff cleaned up. We're gonna actually take off and go camping, and I'll return and report after our camping trip how it goes. All right, well, 13 minutes, 18 minutes if you count the entire time talking to neighbors, etc. Actually isn't so bad for the initial plug-in portion of this. So I'm gonna back the trailer up, or back the truck up to the trailer, get hitched up, and then I'm gonna do some initial just in the driveway testing, touch the brake, make sure that the trailer brakes are actually engaging, that sort of thing. So right now, let's get the truck backed into the trailer. Don't forget to put your steps up before you go on a trip. Towing our trailer with the Primus IQ 90160 is much safer than towing without trailer brakes. I highly recommend this. This took a little bit of just minor adjustments as we were driving, etc. The testing in the driveway, you tap the brakes, the trailer brakes engaged, and essentially brought the truck to a stop just using the trailer brakes. So I know that they were engaging, and it worked out very well. So check the reviews on this product. Again, links down below to Amazon. I'm an affiliate there. I appreciate you using those links. That helps support me and my channel. Click like if you feel like I've deserved it, and subscribe so you see more videos like this, reviewing products. I work on different projects, my own vehicles, etc. Just trying to educate. Hopefully I entertain a little bit along the way as well. Appreciate you watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks, guys. Click like if you think I deserve this video. If I deserve this video.